Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Rankin Mon Valley Greater Pittsburgh section of the National Council of Negro Women, NCNW. My name is Patricia Bluette, and I am the section's corresponding secretary. And joining me is Alice Paler Days, and Alice is a member of the section's political committee. We thank all of you who have participated in all of our previous programs, and we hope that you will join us again today by calling 412 853 8206. Our guest today is Terry Lawson, owner of the Terry's Berries Sweet Boutique and Cafe, a sweet and savory home based business. The program today satisfies one of our national mandates, supporting economic development and in, okay. In addition to satisfying one of the four for the future NCNW initiatives, which is to encourage entrepreneurship, financial literacy, and economic stability. Before we begin the show, we would like to introduce our special guest by reading a brief bio. Miss Alice?
Yes. Good evening. Terry Lawson is a longtime resident of Swissvale, Pennsylvania, and a 1992 graduate of Woodland Hills High School. She is also a current board member for the Woodland Hills School Board. Terry is the mother of three very intelligent daughters, Adrian, Shania, Ricky, and one phenomenal granddaughter, Zoe. Terry is also a breast cancer survivor. She launched Terry Berry's Sweet Boutique and Cafe in 2014, and in 2016, she catered her first major event for Ellis School with a hungry audience of 2,500 people in 2022. Terry Berry's Sweet Boutique and Cafe was recognized in the anniversary edition of the Soul Pit magazine as Sandwich Artist of the Year. Congratulations, Terry, and welcome. Thank you for appearing on our program this evening.
Well, thank you for having me.
Great. Okay. For the first question, what prompted you? What prompted your interest in cooking?
I've always cooked and been around cooking growing up. However, what really spiked the interest is once I was diagnosed with breast cancer, there was nothing really for me to do, so I thought. And a friend of mine basically challenged me to make chocolate covered strawberries. Excuse me. Once that challenge was fulfilled, I just went full-fledged with it. And I took it from that challenge of chocolate covered strawberries to something fresh and crispy and savory, as simple as a sandwich. And I tweaked the mayonnaises and mixtures and came up with Terry Berry Sweet Boutique and Cafe, my two-part business.
Okay. And I'm interested in the Sandwich Artist of the Year.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It came from the phenomenal author behind the interview. Sharday Jones, she's the previous mayor of Braddock. She's also a very active business partner of Terry Berry's. So she had yeah, she had the opportunity to I write an article, and I was blessed enough for her to select Terry Berry's. We've been down a long road together in this business
Mm.
venture. So she basically says, hey, out of first she was skeptical, and then she says, this is an argument for the sandwich artist. And I was her pick.
So is that how you came up with the
So
sweet and
that's
savory
where it came
concept?
from. I'm sorry.
Is that how you came up with the sweet and savory concept for your business?
I came up, no, that was already pre-existing. I came up
Oh,
with the
okay.
sweet and savory concept because when you get into business, the basics of it is to do something that no one else is doing, right?
Right, right.
So I figured no one else that I knew of in the demographic region and where I sit makes chocolate covered strawberries. I also indulge in other chocolate covered fruits, nor does anybody in the area in which I live in or work in make fresh deli sandwiches. We had to go at that point,
Mm.
we were going to different areas throughout the city of Pittsburgh just to obtain a corned beef sandwich. So I
Yes.
decided, to jazz it up a bit, add my own special ingredients and a lot of love. And that's how I came up with the sweet and savory
Okay.
concept.
Okay. Very good.
Yes. Now, promoting healthy lifestyles and behaviors is one of the NCNW mandates. Tell us how you put a healthy spin on your business concept.
I put a very healthy spin on Terry Berry's with a lot of it, well, starting with the basis of it, again, family. I have a family and we haven't always been on the healthier end of the spectrum. So, with that being said, with time and education, you learn how to still eat in healthy ways. And I decided to add that to my sandwiches, taking out of a lot of the fattier content, replacing that with lots of vegetables, offering my customers healthier eating options, more salads on the menus,
Mm.
using a lot more local fresh ingredients, and doing, a lot of healthier recipes on my TikTok pages, just incorporating the things that we like, our greens, our green beans, our peppers and onions, just incorporating them in different ways.
No. Okay. Good.
Mhm.
So now your specialty is the corned beef sandwich. So no, what's so special about that?
It's
What
just
do
the
you do
people's
to
champ. I put love in everything I do.
it?
So, besides putting love in it, putting my own little spin on your mayonnaise blend and the fresh ingredients, the
Okay.
lettuce, the freshness of the lettuce, the tomatoes, the onions, the spiciness I am a fan of. So, I think everyone should be a fan of pepper jack cheese. So, that might be what makes it great. But for some reason, the corned beef seems to be the people's champ. However, as of lately, I've recognized I have another sandwich on my menu that is super phenomenal, that has taken me far ways, and now it's given that corned beef some competition.
Oh.
It's called a grinder.
A
The
Mm.
grind.
grinder, a grinder.
And what
Yeah,
is it? Tell us. You have to tell us what is a
Yeah. What's
grinder
special about the grinder?
and
the
what is it?
grinder, the grinder. It's a cross between a, what would they call that sandwich with many many layers, a
A club sandwich, something like that.
more like a club sandwich
Okay.
and an Italian sandwich. So basically a grinder consists of three meats, three cheeses. Your three meats can
Mm.
be turkey based or pork based, which puts you in the mind of an Italian sub, right? When you have like that
Mhm.
salami, that
Hmm.
ham and pepperoni.
Right.
However, the grinder at Terry Berry's consists of mesquite smoked turkey, turkey pastrami, and turkey pepperoni. You
Okay.
use three cheeses on that too: Swiss, American, and of course, pepper jack. Which makes it a grinder is like you grind your own slaw together. My
Mm.
slaw consists of a mayonnaise based slaw, And I also add banana peppers to that, lettuce, onions. So your mixture is really in the slaw. And when
Mhm.
it's all done, you heat this sandwich in your oven. You put all your ingredients on your bread. You
Mhm.
can use a ciabatta bread. You can just use a regular Italian bun, whatever it is you're working with. But the bottom line, it looks like this.
Oh, okay. Now you're
So you
making us
got,
hungry.
I'm sorry, but you
Okay.
have a little bit of everything that you need right here. And it comes served up just like this little man here.
Oh,
Okay. And
looks
now
good.
it sounds like you does something that you do something to your mayonnaise. You kind of tweak it a little bit.
Yes, yes, yes.
And she can't give away all of her recipes. So
Oh, okay. All
I'll
right.
put myself
I
right out of business
that's
tonight.
right. Now I do
Well
have a
then,
question
well
on your
since you've been
specialty.
oh,
I'm sorry, on the specialty corned beef. Do you cook your own corned beef, or do you buy it already prepared?
I do buy my corned beef already prepared.
can
Okay.
you
I
tweak
do.
that
But
too?
where I buy it from that's a different story. And no, I don't so much as tweak the corned beef itself. However, I do tweak my mayonnaise. I
Okay.
do tweak my mayonnaise on every sandwich I make.
Okay.
Now, how long have you been in business?
I've been in business since 2014, so
Oh,
that's what
so
uh,
what?
8 years.
Yeah. So
Okay.
in during the 8 years of you being in business, what lessons have you learned as an entrepreneur?
Some very valuable ones. I wouldn't consider myself risky, but I've taken major risk with this business. I've left corporate jobs.
Mhm.
I've attempted to, start my own brick and mortar to no success.
Mhm.
I have lost some things, lost some people. I have learned a lot of things too, though.
Mhm.
Uh, high high risk, high reward
Mhm.
because it's a blessing in the end. It's just very scary. I've learned how to market. I've learned that what everybody's saying is not true. I've learned how to dig into myself and how to really be me, not be afraid to explore my own ideas
Mhm.
on fear of what others may think, because at the end of the day, they end up liking it anyway. So all I'm doing is hurting myself. So I've learned, not to be fearful to get in the room,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
Good.
know.
Good.
Now, do you have a business plan? And if so, where did you find the help to write your business plan?
I do have a business plan.
Mm-hmm.
I've taken help from several entities. I've taken help from family members. I've gone to small business classes. I do belong to the Small Business Group of Duquesne, Small Business Association of Duquesne University.
Mhm.
It's a business plan is a just an ongoing story about your business, where it's at, where you would like it to go, where it's been. It's an ongoing journey. So anytime I'm in a business class, anytime I get a business opportunity, anytime I get a forum, I add that to my business plan.
Okay. Now, what advice or caution do you have for someone who wants to start their own business?
I would advise them to do the homework, do the SWOT analysis, be aware, know your demographic region, do what you plan on doing. Don't get into business selling hair, then listen to your friend's idea and start making wigs. Like, stick to your story. No matter, don't be deterred. Be confident. That helps you be confident. When you're sure about what you want to do, no one can change your mind. You're more confident. And when you're more confident, you wear that and your customers buy in. You're more successful in business.
Okay.
Um, that would be really the hardcore advice is just stay true to yourself and your product and don't get discouraged.
Now, you mentioned the SWOT analysis. Can you explain that a little bit?
Yes, the SWOT analysis, it's really like the strength, the weakness, the analysis, and the threat of a business.
Okay.
So those are the things that you want to evaluate. The strength, what is strong about it? The weakness, what's the weakness of it? You analyze, excuse me, both of those things, you compare them. Is it stronger to do this or the weakness, And then, what's the threat in it all?
Okay. Okay.
Is there so
Mm.
So do you feel like do you believe that there's economic stability in owning your own business?
yes, yes, there is.
Mhm.
Um definitely, and it's ever evolving. Remember, we just started out with sandwiches and strawberries. Now it's like, when you have your own business, you're creative, right? So you can't get stuck in just that. I have been creative. I've gone as far as, I make candy apples. I infuse my strawberries now. I make cupcakes. I make cookies with candy. I import candy with strawberries. I make sandwiches into salads. I make salads and soups together. I do it all. Like, that is my creative. No one else does it. It's
Mhm.
a strength for me. The weakness is somebody else starts doing it better. I stop doing it. The threat is, I don't do it at all. I
Okay.
don't advertise. I don't market.
Okay. Okay. And how many employees do you have?
None.
Really?
Okay.
None.
You do it
Okay.
all yourself?
Do it myself. So yes, I am the
My
creator, the
goodness.
founder, the delivery person.
Everything.
Oh, okay. Delivery too.
And
Okay.
honestly, all jokes aside, I have plenty of loving volunteers.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Now, how do you get your food to your consumers? Do they pick it up or do you deliver it?
I use both of those options. You can pick up or I can deliver.
And how do they order? Is it a call up thing? Is it online? How do you?
You you can call on the phone. I've had the same phone number for about 8 years now, probably 8 6. You can call me, or you can look me up online through Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok.
Okay.
Okay. So, what is your best selling item on the menu, in your opinion?
Anymore on the savory side of things, I have to say it was my sandwich ring.
Mm.
And on the sweet side of things, it's just hands down strawberries.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. And
As
your
a matter of
menu.
fact, I have some strawberries here.
Oh,
Oh,
So just a little something sweet that we keep around here.
okay. Now, what's on the strawberry?
right.
This particular strawberry is just white chocolate drizzled with the milk chocolate. Nothing fancy, but
Oh,
really tasty. I
okay.
do dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate, pink strawberry chocolate, yellow chocolate, turquoise chocolate, black chocolate, uh,
Oh,
glitter, the whole nine.
Now you are making us very, very hungry.
sure.
So,
She sure
can
is.
can you
You ladies
share
need
one of your
delivery.
favorite recipes with us? Would you be willing to share a favorite recipe?
Sure. Sure. Actually, I had a recipe that I was going to share with you. I wrote it down, but I really don't have to. It's a simple sandwich, and most of my recipes are versatile, which means you can eat it for breakfast or for lunch. So
Mm.
let's just make a simple sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're going to toast our bread on both sides, set it aside. Let's get a little corned beef. Let's get a little roast beef. That's our
Mm.
meat. We'll get some pepper jack cheese and some provolone cheese. I know I'm a fool for two cheeses. You can do a horseradish, or you can do a mix of a horseradish and Duke's mayonnaise.
Mm,
And you can, how about a little bit of coleslaw, not lettuce, a
mm.
tomato, and pickle. That is a simple sub. You
Well,
can eat it cold.
you are making all of our listeners hungry. And we have a
Yes.
caller on the line, Donna
Yes.
from Homewood, and she'd like to ask you a question. Hello, Donna. How are you?
Donna, you're on the line.
Ladies, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Oh, okay. Great show. It's making me hungry too. But I want to say congratulations, Terry, on being a young black female entrepreneur. We need more.
Thank
I have
you.
3 questions. I don't know whether you want me to ask them all at once or one at a time.
However
How do you,
you'd like to. It's
Huh?
she
up
said,
to you.
however you would like to. It's up to you.
Okay. Well, first, I want to know, has COVID affected your business at all?
I could say yes and no. I'm going to say yes because, of course, with all the precautionary measures, it wasn't that busy, honestly. However, with the delivery option, it was definitely doable. And then once delivery slowed down, and COVID slowed down, but there's still that uncertainty out there. I created a grab and go where people could just come to a centralized location, grab their order, and leave. No contact, made it easy.
Okay. Sounds good.
Oh, good. Good that it worked sort of kind of in your favor.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. My next question is, do you cook specifically for people like, I know you're a breast cancer survivor. If someone would call you and say, I have diabetes, would you be able to fix me a diabetes related meal, something that I could do, or high blood pressure or whatever? Do you
Yes.
ever do that, do specific things for individual people, like maybe on a weekly basis or something like that?
Yes, I do have a couple customers who have dietary restrictions, and I do use sugar-free chocolate. So that's not obsolete. You can still enjoy. I also make I have vegan customers. I have gluten-free customers. So for my vegan customers, I make vegan meals. I actually do have a young lady who I food prep for occasionally, and I'll make her a pan of, just say for instance, uh, a meatloaf. Well, one time I made her a meatless meatloaf, a plant-based meatloaf, and
Oh.
she enjoyed that. Yes, because she doesn't eat meat. She enjoyed that with sweet potatoes and greens.
Hmm.
Wow, sounds good. Okay, well, I know you probably have told your number, but I'll look for it again so that we can get your number. And the last question that I have is, have you ever thought of doing? I know you said you're on TikTok, but have you ever thought of doing a podcast like Tabitha Brown? I don't know whether you know Tabitha Brown,
I
but
do
she's
know
doing
Tabitha Brown. I love Tabitha Brown. I have thought about it.
doing something like that.
I thought about it, but I've never had the opportunity. But I would love to.
Okay. Well,
All right,
one of
no,
the things, okay, we can't ask you to give out your business number, but you will be able to give out your Facebook and your website later
Oh,
for our customers.
okay.
Okay. All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
okay, well, thank you so much, and you have a good show.
Thank
Bye
you,
Thank
bye.
Miss
you.
Donna. Enjoy your weekend.
Now you mentioned sugar-free chocolate. Is there such a thing?
Yes, ma'am.
I
Yes,
never.
ma'am.
Hmm.
I have diabetic customers, and they can't have sugar, so I purchase from my wholesaler sugar-free chocolate, and
Really?
that's what I use to dip her strawberries and her pretzels in. Yes, ma'am. Her daughter
Okay.
orders for her all the time.
And what is it?
Also, side note, I apologize. I make doggy treats. So we all know dogs can't have chocolate. So
Hmm.
I do use carrot. That's doggy chocolate, and yogurt. That's doggy white chocolate.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Now, what is plant-based meatloaf?
Plant-based meatloaf is basically made of plant-based meat. You know, it's it's meatless. It's what do they call that? Impossible meat, where it's all
Hmm.
plant-based ingredients conformed into a meat-like substance, but it's no meat involved. So I take that substance and I use, breadcrumbs and other things to mold it. It needs some time, which all good food does, and to fit that mold before baking. So that's your prep time. And once it's molded perfectly, I place it in my oven. I bake it just like I would bake a meatloaf, less time, because remember, we're not dealing with meat. So it doesn't take as long, and you're not going to get any of that drip, any of that juice, any of that oil. It's not as, I guess you say, juicy as real
the meat,
ground beef, but it definitely gives you a meat vibe. It gives you that same texture. If you put gravy on it, you're not going to know. You're not going to be able to distinguish right away. Oh, this is a meatless meatloaf. You're still dealing with your peppers. It's there. Your onions, there. Your seasonings, there. Your ketchup, there.
Oh, sounds good.
So
it does.
And we have another caller on the line for you. I believe her name is pronounced Nashay. Nashay, are you there?
I am.
Well, how are you this evening?
I'm well, and yourself?
We're doing great. Do you have a question for our guest?
I do. I'm super excited to see Terry Berry's on the TV, and we have been blessed to have some of her products and some of her services. And one question that I had was if she could share with us some of her catering capabilities or some of the things that she has catered so that we can look to say, okay, the holidays are coming up and we could place our orders now to get those specific types of services.
Okay. I would definitely love to share that information. I thought you would never ask.
Hello, welcome to the show. Your name?
Thank you, Nashay, for that question. Terry Berry's is a small business, so we cater to 100 people or less. That's pretty much our basis. However, it's only because we want to put love into everything we do. So we definitely specialize in our sandwich rings, which I said they just move so quick. They're good for office parties. They're definitely good for small weekend events, family gatherings. In Steeler country, they're great for Steeler games. We do a lot of luncheons where we bring out the best in our salads. We bring our chilies and our soups. We do good at Christmas time. It's actually cookie season for us. So here we are. We make cookie platters, all types of specialty cookies. You get 3.5 dozen of your favorite cookie. So just say your favorite cookies, chocolate chip, peanut butter, and a snickerdoodle. It may be our turtles. It may include candy apples. It may include our lemonade cookies. We just have a variety of things that we offer in our catering menu. Our catering menu is also specialized to our customer. So say our customer, for example, doesn't eat meat. They just want fish. We offer a stuffed salmon meal that we have on our catering menu. We have plenty pasta dishes that we offer in our catering menu. We have lots of specialty salads that we offer in our catering menu. So yes, to cater your holiday event, your bridal shower, your baby shower, just the night with your girlfriends, that's what we're here for. We're here for it.
Good.
Well, we have
also,
caller
how
on
can
the line.
I forget this? Oh, hold on before we go to that caller.
Okay.
Speaking of catering, let me not forget hibachi. Okay, so Terry Berry's does have a hibachi menu online. You can see it, where we offer a starch, a meat, and your hibachi vegetables.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we have Mark from the north side. Mark, would you like to ask your question?
Yes. Let me first say good evening, Pat and Alice. It's nice to see the both of you. It's always good to see y'all.
Oh, great.
And to Terry Berry's, I'm learning a lot because I'm not too familiar with it. But there was one caller that kind of stole my thunder. I was going to ask the question about alternative cooking, alternative serving, and that sort of stuff. But my question is, taking it a step further from folks who are diabetic or pre-diabetic, there's all kinds of different natural sweets or sugars. And I want to know, do you use like the agave? There's something monk. They say that's one of the most natural sugars. And do you or have you considered incorporating it in some of your cooking and advertising? Because most of the time, nobody never tells anybody, hey, if you're diabetic, this is safe. Hey, this is a natural sugar in this brownie. And so that's my question. Have you experimented with those organic sugars or sweeteners? And what do you put them in? And is it something that you would consider doing?
Well, Mark, to the first part of your question, have I ever experienced with any of the natural sugar products? The answer to that would be no. However, the second part of your question, would I be interested in that? Yes. I've never been, faced with that question or that particular. So yes, that definitely would be on the horizon based with, our health issues that we have. I would be more than interested in, exploring that option. Natural is good. So yeah, let's see what let's see what it's about.
That is encouraging to hear. And I would just encourage you, if you have time or if you have a team that creates your menus, just if they would something that they would consider. There is a variety of sweeteners out there, and there are some folks who are able to incorporate it and measure it and balance it where you can't even tell the difference. Only your body knows that it is a natural sugar and it's treating it in a healthier way versus the synthetic sugars that we know that's been pretty bad for us. Also, along with that, is there a lot of alternative milks as well. And just at some point, we as a community, I just think we should kind of encourage each other and kind of look in those directions to do that. So that was my question, and I can't wait to get on your website. I'm waiting for you to post the website, and I want to see what I can taste, because I am just a sugar nut. I don't want to say sugar, but I enjoy baked things, put it that way. Sweet things.
All right. Well, Mark, we're going to get you some healthy sugar alternatives for sure. That's what we're going to do.
Music to my ears. Thank you so much. And the ladies can continue with the wonderful, wonderful show. Have a good evening.
Have a good evening.
Enjoy your weekend, Mark.
Calling in. Yeah. Thanks for calling. I think you hit us at the dinner hour, and everybody is starting to realize that we're getting hungry just listening to you. Okay. How do you support other businesses in the community?
How? Oh, I buy products. I buy more products. I show up at events. I spread the word. If I know that you are into a certain type of business and you offer a particular service, I make sure that I share that information if I run across somebody that is in need of the service you offer. Okay. I don't hesitate to spread small business news, especially when it's from the 15104. I'm sorry. I'm not partial, but I am. If it's fair to say.
All right. Alice, your next question.
Yeah. Do you have additional information you would like to share with us about Terry Berry's Sweet Boutique and Cafe?
Yes. I would just like to, first of all, from Terry Berry's Sweet Boutique and Cafe, say thank you. I would also like to let you know that Terry Berry's Sweet Boutique and Cafe and its several entities and its several food offering options is not ran and operated solely by me. It is owned and operated by me, but it doesn't run alone. Terry Berry's is supported by a lot of our churches in the neighborhood, municipalities, our dignitaries, our school boards. So Terry Berry's has a lot to offer all of those entities. I would like everybody to know that Terry Berry's isn't going anywhere and will always be here to service your catering needs.
Now, what are your long-range plans for your business?
long range plans is for Terry Berries to eventually be able to pull up. I'm looking into a food truck so that in the upcoming seasons that we will be able to participate in some of the festivals and all of the fun things that go on throughout the city of Pittsburgh, and we can spread our health conscious freshness all over town and share our sweet and savory side with everybody in Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now tell me about your website and your Facebook. When I go on there, I haven't been on there yet. Tell me, what am I going to see?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I don't have a website.
Okay.
I don't have a website. But if you go on Facebook, you're just going to make yourself hungry because you're going to see everything that I've made from the beginning till now. You're going to see cupcakes, you're going to see cookies, you're going to see baskets, you're going to see fresh fruit displays, you're going to see sandwiches, you're going to see soups, you're going to hear recipes, because I do believe in this day and time that easy, affordable, family-friendly recipes are critical. Easy and affordable being one, family-friendly being part two, because sometimes mom's at work. So we have to have something that the kids can kind of heat and eat, so I make those recipes, known. Hey, this is what we can do with the little bit we got. In these days and times when a tomato's $3, what can we do to make this tomato go a long way? Right. Well, we can put a little bit in a quesadilla, and we're going to put the other little bit in the rest of our chili, that we're making. So I share those recipes. That's what you'll see. You'll just see a whole lot of love and a whole bunch of, just passion in everything I do.
Okay. So
what about holidays? I see that's one of the questions, Alice, we forgot to ask her.
Yeah.
What holiday activities do you have scheduled for Terry's Berries?
Well, right now I'm only invited to two what they call season's greetings, like workshops for vending. And I'll probably do something in my community as far as it's a good time of the year where, like I said, cookies are a big deal. Also, cocoa bombs are a big deal. So I spend a lot of time, usually throughout these next couple months, with my little people. I call them my little customers who love like cocoa bombs. They want to know, how do you make a cocoa bomb? So we spend a little time together and we make cocoa bombs, and we, fill them with cereal, and we drop them in our hot milk, and they turn into hot chocolate with marshmallows. And we make cookies. Yes, I, spend a lot of time with my little ones, showing them how to make cookies, not just so they can eat, because they can always use a cookie as a gift for mom, a gift for grandma. You don't even have to bake cookies these days. You can put your ingredients in a mason jar, and you can give that to a friend for a gift. So I teach them creative ways of gift giving.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
That is.
Yeah. Now, I have to ask you this. How do you keep your weight down? Do you taste all your food?
Weight down. That's because I'm sitting down, right?
Oh, okay.
No, I don't taste all my food. I'll be very transparent with you. I don't like chocolate. No. I don't eat meat either. So, if chicken is my downfall. But other than that, no, I don't eat the grinder sandwich. I don't keep my weight down either, because I will eat all the strawberries and all the other things that I didn't mention, right? So I just try to honestly keep an even balance. I exercise, I pray, because that is part of working out, believe it or not. Yoga is my jam. Try to get a couple miles in. And also, it's that healthy ingredient. It's that, guess what? We're not having meat tonight. We're going to have greens instead. And the next day, we're going to add some tomatoes to these greens, or we're going to just have this big, huge bowl of salad that consists of every little bit of ingredient we have left in the refrigerator, right? Our little bit of cucumber, our olives, our peas, our carrots, our corn, you know? And I just try to get all of that goodness and all of that freshness. And once you have that, you got a meal. You don't need any meat.
And
So
just listening,
go
just
ahead,
listen,
Alice.
just listening to you, you're so enthusiastic about your business, and you just love. It sounds like you just love cooking and love food, preparing meals.
I do.
Now, I have a question. The recipes, are these family recipes that have been passed down, or how did you get your different recipes? Or are they all
No,
something you created?
they're my own recipes, honestly. Now, I have to go back a little. I would not have known anything about what I'm doing without my grandmother doing it first.
Oh, okay.
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 So I know how to make something out of nothing
Nothing.
from my grandmother. So nowadays I just take and I put my own love in it, and I just get creative. Like the sandwich I shared with you with the roast beef, corned beef, 2 cheeses.
Mhm.
Guess what? If you do not eat that, you can wrap it up, put it in the refrigerator. The next day when you wake up, fry an egg, put that sandwich in your toaster oven for 6 minutes. Call it breakfast. Those are the things that I I love to do. Nobody taught me that. That's just something to me that's good in the morning, right? You'll eat
Mhm.
eggs and bacon. Why won't you eat eggs on your sandwich? It's the same thing. And most people like toast. That's your
Yeah,
bread.
Right.
that's
It's the
true.
same, it's the
Okay.
same breakfast sandwich, but it's probably better. Then you would go and purchase from a window. And it's just saving you money. You're not wasting your food. It's you're gonna be filled. And I just look at it, in so many different ways. Maybe it's just I'm just so passionate about it.
So
Well, let
you
me
do
ask
all.
another question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just a family business. You're self-contained. You're an entrepreneur. Are you sharing this experience with your children so that they can become part of your business?
My children, they are amazing in every facet. But the only part they'll take probably in this business is helping me load the car, set up an event, and unload the car. I mean, I'm going to be honest. My daughter, she's a school teacher. She's phenomenal at what she does. She loves to educate.
Okay.
She's passionate about that. My 22-year-old, like, she's a freak for medicine. And my
Oh, okay.
19-year-old, she loves helping the speech impaired. And right now, she's a sophomore at IUP studying to be a speech pathologist. So, nowhere in those three things do I see sandwiches or icing.
Okay.
So, I'd have to say no.
But it's still what they're doing. They're helping people, and that's what you're doing also.
Right.
And
Yes.
teaching, and you're teaching. Yeah,
Hmm.
Yes.
yeah, yeah. So, do you do your cooking at home, or do you look forward to having a restaurant or a kitchen someplace to do your cooking?
Well, I do look forward to having a prep space. I look
Okay.
more forward because my product is so fresh and durable.
Mm-hmm.
I do not really need a freezer. I don't fry anything.
Don't
I
you?
don't, no,
Hmm.
no.
Hmm.
Now, if I'm catering an event, chances are I may sear some. If, for example, I may sear my salmon first just to get that crispiness going. I may sear my chicken. Like even on my catering menu, I don't offer fried chicken. I'm not a soul food cook. I feel like I don't why I don't. There's nothing else to fry. Everyone else has that area covered, right? So I'm pretty much a fresh person, and I'm just looking for a prep space somewhere where I can prepare all my
Yeah.
sandwich rings and store all my food and fruits and vegetables.
Now, when you
Now,
mentioned sear and
go ahead.
what is
Go ahead.
that?
A sear is pretty much when you get the pan of your choice. So some people say cast iron's the best. I don't say that, but a good, nice hot skillet,
Mm-hmm.
just a little bit of oil and make it hot. I mean, super hot. So that way, when you place your salmon skin side down, It will sear the skin from your salmon to you will be able to just peel the skin off. Now, guess what you have?
Really?
You have your own skinless salmon. You probably saved yourself $3 at the store
Mm-hmm.
because it's cheaper.
Oh, okay.
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 So I don't believe in buying boneless, skinless anything because I can debone a chicken breast and take the skin off myself.
Oh, okay. Well, we do have another caller on the line. Frida, you on the air?
First, I'd like to say I'm sorry for tuning in late, and you may have already talked about the questions I'm going to ask. My first question is, do you have a restaurant?
No, ma'am, I don't. I'm a home-based business.
A home business?
Yes, I'm home-based.
Oh, great.
I have a grab-and-go location.
Say that again?
I'm home-based, and I have a grab-and-go location.
Oh, great. So I hope they put the address up there. I hope the address comes back and I can write it down. Great. So I should also assume you don't have a food truck, right?
No, I don't have a food truck yet.
Oh, okay, good. I like that. Well, I call myself Frida because I said I'm gonna call myself Frida today because I'm a foodie and I am enjoying everything I'm listening to. So good. I cannot wait to get the address so I can, come past and get something to eat or grab and go. Do you cater, or do you, if someone needed something low sodium or a specific type of, let's say per se diet, can people request certain things like that?
Yes, ma'am. I do cater to all dietary restrictive needs. Yes, ma'am. So, if you, we were talking about diabetics, particularly, and I was sharing with the young ladies, and the gentleman who called, and I told him how I use sugar-free chocolate for my diabetic customers. And I also have gluten-free customers as well as vegetarian customers too. Yes.
Fantastic. Well, where are you based out of, your community?
I'm in the Rankin area.
Rankin. Okay, well, I'm close to Rankin as well. So thank you. I'm calling myself Frida Foodie because I got so excited listening to you. Oh, my goodness, I couldn't wait to get home so I could make the call. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Frida Foodie, for tuning in. I appreciate you. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you. I will.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Lawson, a couple of times you have mentioned this grab and go location. Is it somewhere in the area where you live, or how does that work?
My grab and go location is in the Rankin area, and it's a place where you come and grab your order and go. For lack.
Okay, so in other words, they call the order in.
Yes,
Okay,
and
and
you
that's what I
pick
can
up
pick it up.
there
Okay.
and you go. It's
Okay.
just a different location. It separates my home from my business.
Okay. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
So how do the people listening to the program get in touch with you? Because I want some of that sugar-free chocolate.
All right. You can go on my page. My business cards are there. If I can share my phone number, I will. Or you can go on to Terry Berries, all one word, TERRI, capital BERRIEZ. Type that in your Facebook page, your Instagram page, or TikTok. My page will pop up. You'll see my business cards. You'll see my recipe tutorials. You'll see my menu. And you'll also get my phone number because I don't think I can share that right now.
No, you can't. No. But you know what? This has been a very interesting conversation we've been having. And I don't know about you, Alice, but I am starving.
I'm hungry too.
Listen, I'm a chocolate freak. I want some of that sugar-free chocolate.
Oh my goodness.
I got you.
So before we thank our guests for appearing on our program again, we would like to say that the Good Health Women's Immunization Network, other words known as Good Health Wins, is our commitment to building an army of good health champions who understand the importance of immunization across the lifespan. We want to educate, advocate, and impact families and communities across the United States to end the pandemic, address health disparities, and shine the light on the importance of good health. Through our network of trusted messengers and grassroots activities, our goal is to increase vaccination rates, help remove barriers, and increase access to vaccines and good health. So I think this program today did a lot of that.
Yes, it does. Yes, it did.
I
And
hope so.
do you have any additional information you would like to share with us about your business?
No additional information. Just
Okay.
please check out my Facebook page, please, my
Okay.
Instagram. Enjoy the TikTok recipes. Give me some feedback. I would love to have a healthier you, which makes me healthier and my business. It gives me more to offer. So anything there is that I can offer, I would love it. And
Okay.
I guess I could take this time to say thank you to my cousin Cinnamon because without her, this wouldn't be possible. And
And we know
my
we do have
community.
time for one
We
more
have one more
caller
caller,
on
right?
the
All
line.
right, bear
James,
with me.
James, you're on the air.
Yes, I want to say I'm enjoying the show. And earlier in the show, I think the guest said that her favorite zip code was 15104.
Yes.
And I just want to say I envision one of these years seeing her restaurant on Braddock Avenue in Braddock.
Ah,
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
thank you very
sir.
much for
Yeah,
that call.
Thank
thank
you
you so
so
much for the
much.
comment. Okay.
And at this time, we would like to thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule, because it sounds like you're really busy, to inform us and our viewing audience about your sweet and savory home-based business. But I definitely got to make arrangements with you to get some of that chocolate.
I'll be right here waiting.
And we
Got
also
you.
want to thank our viewers for tuning in. And remember, our live program airs the first Friday of every month at 6 p.m. And also, remember to get vaccinated, and don't forget to vote on Tuesday.
That's right. Get out the
Get
vote.
Vote.
out and vote.
Okay.
It's very important.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And thank you so much for
Right.
joining us.
Thank you,
Thank
ladies, for
you.
having me. Enjoy your
Uh,
weekend.
and do
You
the
also.
same. Good night.
Good night.